don't mean to, just give me a second here. Let me just see if I can. Whoop. Does that make me fuzzy? It makes me kind of fuzzy, doesn't it?
So instead I'll just use the regular camera that I usually use. This one. My phone. Time to open up this thing. Oh, there's another one on the bottom. Okay, here we go. Honestly, I cannot believe it. It's here and in my hands, and I genuinely can't believe it. So last year, at about this time, my channel actually started gaining all the attention that it... Yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna get to opening it. So. Certificate. I don't know how to say Susan's last name. Wojcicki? It's from her. Do you remember your first subscriber? Your 100th? Or your 1000th subscriber? Chances are you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, fans stayed and their numbers increased because of your unique voice and the excitement of being a part of growing community that you established. Being a part of the growing community that you established. Sorry, I forgot the. We are thrilled to see the development of your community and are proud to honor your impressive milestones of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community. We know that your fans can't wait for you to engage and amaze them with even more of your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. Who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Yours sincerely, Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube. Ironically, I do remember my very first subscriber. I do remember. I actually game with him all the time, Moen. So, thank you for sticking with me, buddy. Also comes with a little card to certify that it's an actual award, like an actual certificate, authentication certificate. The reason why I just wanted to how do I do this? Before I started YouTube, I actually got contacted by a guy named Charlie. Believe it or not, he was advertising for his channel back in like 2014, 2015, like somewhere early 2015, late 2014. He hit me up on Messenger on Facebook, just advertising his channel, and that kind of, I've always watched YouTube ever since I lived back home. What I would do is I would watch people like Vanoss Gaming, PewDiePie, and all of them. I was like really into it back in the day, and I was freeloading because I couldn't afford internet back in the place that I was living at. I moved out to Alberta in 2014. This guy, yeah, okay, so it was early 2015. Charlie, he ends up hitting me up and he's like, check out my channel. This is just this and this. And it reminded me of how Eminem did it on 8 Mile, right? How he was handing out pamphlets to his own show, right? On the side of the curb, more or less. He's like, check out my stuff, because nobody knows who I am. So that's what I was doing, right? And I don't really have a social media presence. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's mostly on YouTube. When it comes to like Facebook and TikTok and stuff like that, they just say, we don't like your stuff. So I just decided not to send anything over their way. And then that got me thinking. He sent me the message, and it got me thinking maybe I can start posting videos myself and recording the good times that my buddy and I have, because my buddy Moen, he's got like the gaming gift of the gods in the way. It's just so crazy. Like people on Call of Duty, like pros, it'll be just so bizarre. They'll just run up to him, turn around, drop their gun on the ground, and be like, shoot me. That's just his luck. That's just how it is. But he's like skillful at it. He'll just make it look that easy. Me, I break games. I'll just find the worst bugs. I'll exploit things that have never been found. I'm just really good at breaking games, and I'm like intensely lucky when it comes to like just just ridiculous content, right? I just get lucky. And so I thought that combining him with his gaming luck of the gods and my just sheer luck when it comes to close calls, I just thought maybe I could combine that and it would make for decent content. I've been posting it for about 6 to 7 years. I was just a gaming channel to start off with. I started with Zombie Army Trilogy. You can definitely see the progression from my channel if you start from there. It's like 1,000 videos ago. I mean, so have fun with that. Because and so I just want to also say, along the way I learned new things, to be honest, and it is because of YouTube, right? And I don't want to say that to sound like cliche or anything like that, but it's totally true. If I wasn't making videos or filming myself uploading stuff, I probably wouldn't have tried other things with confidence, like that engine swap that I did with my Subaru. It doesn't have, I have a 2011 WRX, but it doesn't have a 2.5 liter American engine in there. There's a 2 liter Japanese engine in there. And the guy that I brought it to in Edmonton, he said that this was the second one he's ever seen done properly like this. And like many other people have tried, but he couldn't tune them right. But he was able to do it. And so now I have a Japanese engine in my American car, and it's got like no kilometers, miles on it. No, just none of that stuff, right? No kilometers on there. So it just broke 77,000. The body has 250, so I'm doing good. I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna keep videoing myself doing things to it. But yeah, I would never have even thought about trying to do the engine swap. I looked it up, and I was having to bring my wife to her eye appointment, an hour and a half away. And what happened was I was driving, and then I seen a spritz of water or fluid or something go up, and I thought it was like my windshield washer fluid spray went off just randomly, but it turned out that a hose busted and because it was just getting hot. I had just swapped over the turbo at that point in the 2.5 liter. I just swapped over the turbo, and it was making decent pressure now, because when I bought it, it turned out that I was only held on with 2 bolts out of the 5, which was annoying. I got that fixed. It was making decent pressure, and then it just was overheating. It was not good. It was not good, and nobody was wanting to buy my car because, and I was still paying like 2 years on it still, right? So which sucked, and nobody wanted to help me out with that. So what I ended up doing was I looked up a website, called these guys up, and got them to send me a STI modeled Japanese engine, because everything was completely backwards, right? Like the wiring harness, fuel lines. I'm sorry I'm going off on this, but it just took me a minute. I filmed the whole thing. Everything was backwards, so the only thing that was transferable was the actual block itself, and not everything that made it go. Anyways, I watched this guy do it on YouTube, but he took his engine out, and he was going to put the exact same one in. And I didn't see anybody putting in a 2 liter, and I'm like, I made it this far. I might as well. So I just watched my videos backwards, sort of thing, and that's how I followed myself putting my engine back in, because it was virtually the same thing. I just had to swap the block over, right? And it started on the first try, which was amazing. And then I got it dyno tuned, and then it became even better. I would never have tried that, and I probably wouldn't have gone out and got my firearms license. And to get my firearms license here in Canada, well, I waited like 4 months for the class to fill up fully. And so I waited 4 months, then did the courses. Both courses for the restricted and non-restricted were 8 hours each, so I did a 16-hour course essentially for my licenses. It took an entire weekend, and then I ended up waiting 6 months to pass for it to actually come in the mail, because it had to get approved and then come into the mail. And so I waited that long, and then I got my firearms license in February of 2022, and I purchased my first firearm. And then I went to go purchase a pistol, and then I was told that you also need a reason to have a restricted firearm, and a reason is competition shooting. So the way you get into that is you have a membership to a gun range. So to get a pistol or a restricted firearm in Canada, or the way it was you did your 16-hour course, wait the 6 months to get it in your license in the mail, get a membership to a gun range, and then you can purchase your restricted firearm, like a pistol, like my 1911 or my single action Ruger or my 38 Special. And even then, I purchased all three of those August of last year, and I just finally got them like 6 months later, more or less, which is pretty insane that I still got them and that they all went through. But there's two different categories. There's a restricted and non-restricted. I have both restricted and non-restricted. That's how come I can own pistols in Canada. I'm not allowed to buy them now. But I was able to purchase them before, so that's how come I have them. And like, I probably would never have gone out of my way to get myself trained up like properly. Like, that's how you have to here in Canada. You have to, like, that's the way I did it anyways, is I went and did courses, right? So then I was familiar with what I'm doing. Like, I do some silly things sometimes, but like, nobody's ever going to be in danger while anything's happening while I'm doing stuff. However, everything I'm doing is experimental in a way, and every single video that I post is every single time I ever go to the range, so it's me also learning to get better with firearms. I literally just started last February 2022, purchased my first firearm in February, and now I'm like a year in, and I got like a collection. I probably would never have gone out of my way to do new things, so I turned my gaming channel into an entertainment channel, more or less, because I am busy everywhere all the time. My channel is just all over the place, right? So like, I got airsoft. I probably wouldn't have tried doing VFX and that either. So I got my airsoft, I got my car stuff, I got my video games, I got my range videos, I spray paint. I like being artsy and stuff like that. These are puzzles. I don't know if anybody knows. Some of them aren't. The little ones are easier ones. Like this one right here is a piece of steel. This one here is a picture, but that's a 1,000 piece, 1,000 piece, 1,000 piece, 3,000 piece. That one took a minute. That Deadpool one, that took a minute. Time to do the reveal, right? Gotta make it look good. There it is. Like 6-7 years in the making. Like, come on. Like, and like licenses. I ended up having a kid. I got married. I got my married. Yeah. So since I started my channel, I got married and had a kid even, right? It took me that long to get this, but like, I did it all my way, right? I didn't want to do it someone else's way where I just paid them to do anything. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to, like Eminem, advertise, hey, this is what I got. Oh, and at first they told me I wasn't eligible for it. They were like, you have too much copyright content. I'm like, I've got like almost 100 Beat Saber live streams, and some of them are like 2 hours long each. Like a lot of hours on that. And so I was pretty bummed about that. And then I got this message and they're like, hey, we re-looked your channel and it turns out you made it, bud. And they're like, congratulations. Honestly, it's been a blast getting there. I didn't want to, I know this is a cheesy video. It's a great big thank you. Cause like, honestly, not to sound too cliche, but this wouldn't have ever happened without everybody subscribing and taking interest in the same things that I'm interested in, which is pretty sweet, I think. It's just way too cool. It's surreal that there's it's surreal that I have fans. It's way too cool to have a platform to create stuff and actually be acknowledged in a way. You know what I mean? This is really, really, really cool. I just wanted to throw a quick thank you in there to my buddy Moen, Derp, Googly Eyes. I am reading a piece of paper. I can't just call them all off the top of my head. I am reading a piece of paper. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab it and make it look less awkward. Moen, Derp, Googly Eyes, Caleb, Wrench, Tom A, Derp's brother as well. Can't forget Derp's brother. Awoken VR, Blue Beagle, Charvitar, which is my buddy Charlie, the guy who hit me up, which is pretty sweet. Moen is buddy Moen, the guy I game with. Hitblock, Pegasus, Tripta out, Dilla, Shay Funk, Vadertron's Toy Chest, my bro Solomon, Taco and Galaxy, or Taco and Galaxy is Taco is Galaxy. James Games, Buxer, and General Higgs. You guys are dope. All you guys really seriously helped me get to where I am, and it's pretty crazy because it happened. So, I think there looks pretty good.